All right, so now we're going to talk about the heckler, the so-called heckler. I'm starting to start to call her a heckler. I'm sorry. Lexi, Alexis, whatever your name is, the black skin chick who got offended. You said now you're saying you're not offended. Okay, you would never have walked out, and he would never have said, "Sit down, bitch. I'm talking. Sit down, bitch," like he was Terrence Howard in Hustle and Flow. Okay, you know now she telling DL Hughley, I didn't get offended, and I go to another show. Why are you poetry cooning, baby? Please, the man meant by what he say. I'm going by the content. Like I said in my video, and I should maybe become a comedian. The stuff I say is funny. But I also have a heart. And like Whoopi Goldberg said about Roddy Rivera, you gotta know your audience, okay? And I don't know what is in y'all and what type of voodoo who's practicing down there in Arizona. Because it wasn't long. Cat Williams with the situation. Now George Lopez. I'm sorry getting both the side eye. But to my black brown sister, my BlaXICAN sister, learn to have some respect. He called you a bitch. And let me let you know, baby, you sit there, I'm going to call a bitch anyway. And, I'm going to go to the store. No, he disrespected you. I would never fucking spend $1. Like you said, you shouldn't spend your wasted money. Sit down, bitch. I'm talking, bitch. Sit down, bitch. Sit down, bitch. And I said, fuck you, puto, fucking puto. I'm sorry, I would say that. I would, okay? You know what I'm saying? I wish Airstride would knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? And Gabriel Iglesias. I've been saying all that, okay? Because, let me let you know. That girl, I don't know if her family, because not all Latino families, or those especially of Mexican heritage, reject black people. It is known because y'all one time was classified as white. I'm part Caucasian, and I'm also part of Spaniard too when it comes to the French Creole side of my family tree. But the one drop blood, anybody got black blood, and Latinos escape that. Because let me let you know, no, I'm not one droppers, okay? I'm not Halle Berry. I did a story about Dark Danish hubby and BlaXICAN, and mulatto and Native American, black Native American, Afro-Native, you want to call it, okay? But, and Dark, Halle Berry played Dark Danish, okay? I hate the fact she did not mention her mixed background, and she was part Mexican, okay? But, the point is, Lexi, Latinos, not only Mexicans, when they signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo bill to make Latinos of all ethnicities, all origins, Americans, as they classify them as white. And what it is, during that time, I started to go to big history. You had an essay, no cholo essay. I'm talking about an essay you write in college by Jose Vasconcelos, who wrote the La Raza Cosmica. And in that essay, I read bits and pieces of it back in '99, reading the Encyclopedia of Mexico in downtown Houston Library in Central, right there by the City Hall. I remember reading this about African Mexicans. And in that report, it said because the reason why there's so much race mixing, and nothing wrong with mixing, okay? I'm not against race mixing. I'm proud of being African and American and Spaniard and French, Creole, English and Irish and Native American, okay? I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of being a caramel skin mutt. I'm not dark chocolate. I'm not vanilla, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad, okay? The point is, during that time in Mexico and other parts of Latin America, there was a whitening where a lot of Europeans, before Nazi Germany, because some of them went, when Hitler soldiers went to Latin America too, before all that, there was a point into Latin America, and it was called the whitening of, that's what the idea of Hughley BlaXICAN came. And Jose Vasconcelos wrote the idea to construct a race mixing, which went all through Latin America, but since he was from the United States, yes, he was born in Texas, okay? I think he lived in Texas, I was thinking on Wikipedia, but he was from Mexico, he was Mexican origin, and he said in that thing that, he orchestrated, constructed race mixing, and they'll say it was the Negro race, meaning people who look more black, because a lot of those black Mexican people were mixed with those three races, will go away, and it was spawned a new mestizo, more Native and European looking. And during that time, you had a lot of Afro-Mexicans did intermarry heavily, along with Native Americans. And you even had, like, for example, I saw on Lydia Chavez on the PBS thing, like I said, about us Creoles. Some of our Creoles did the same thing, and only in Frenchtown by Fifth Ward, back in the day, were married in within the family in order to keep their complexion in. Yes. Okay? And I mean, my family don't look all that white. Okay? You will not find a recent immediate family who look like white, but we 19 have relatives, 19 do, and also I do have white relatives. When I trace my ancestry on my mama's side, I have white relatives, and one of them adopted an Asian cousin I met, that I have to text. Him and I are very cool people, okay? I talk about my Asian cousin all the time, he's my favorite, and I did give him a hug when we met each other in April, okay? After the Kendrick Lamar situation, okay? I did a video about that, okay? So, I thought I was meeting a white cousin. And I said, what the heck, I got catfish? No. I said, you mixed? Because he's hearing impaired. I text that. And he told he was adopted. And, he showed me pictures of my white cousins, saying the sisters that he related that's in the family, okay? And one of them, like I said, had that face like my mom. So when I saw that, I was shocked, okay? But let's get to the subject. So, the point is, there are people, and we didn't, there are people who did intermarry, to keep that complexion in, okay, within their family. And then in Latin America, where there's no restriction of race mixing, if that Europeans been married, even there's a story, what's the name, Jessica, I forget her name, the white actress, Lange's playing, Frida Kahlo, and Frida Kahlo's dad was a white Jew, okay? It was a German, okay? Her mother was Mexican, okay? She was mixed, okay? So, and a lot of people get mad because why would this white woman? But remember also too, I'm for a Latina, portraying as Frida Kahlo, like, Selma Hayek, Madonna was trying to get that role, okay? But Jessica Lange looked good in a way, but at the same time, she was part white. She was part non-Hispanic white, okay? So let's get it straight, okay? But I don't know. Yeah, y'all have to make a decision. I'm not, and I do agree that, if she looked like she was making a portrait of her, she didn't actually play in a movie, so it's a whole different subject. She played in a movie, it'd be different, okay? I have a different opinion about that. When Zoe Saldana and Whoopi Goldberg trying to play Sarah Cruz, Zoe Saldana, okay? And there was them too. Let me stop, okay? And I cannot see you. Whoopi Goldberg back in 2003 trying to play some Sarah Cruz. I'm sorry, call me culture, whatever. I'm just saying, camel skin, Afro. No offense, and y'all can't make fun, call me culture, because y'all sure got mad, and I did too, but I laughed in your face when Zoe Saldana played Nina Simone, that dark makeup almost a color black, okay? Knowing they could have got a dark chocolate actress to play Nina Simone. But, let's get back to the subject, okay? So, point is, during that time, you had people, when they were last listed as white, and they was not socially accepted as white, okay? You had Latinos who did buy into the white American 3K ideology, okay? 3K American, thank you, okay? Even though the Ku Klux Klan will kill Mexicans, they wait for Mexican immigrants across the border. Okay, this is what when the Minuteman was going on back in the 2006. People compared as a reason why, because the Ku Klux Klan used to wait by the border of Texas and Mexico and kill you in Arizona. Yes, they will. Okay, so they had lynchings. One thing this is Black History Month. When I went to UTEP to go visit, and there was a Mexican American man with long hair, I don't forget him. He was teaching the course about Black Mexican people, African Mexican descent. And we both were talking. So we both related. And the teacher who do African American stuff, he like a white man, okay, because he real bright with high yellow eyes, blue light eyes, okay. At UTEP, University of Texas in El Paso, okay. And I was so glad that I missed part of it, but he was talking about how Mexican people were lynched. The difference between that is that the NAACP, like Walter White, who looked like a white man, who was part black, okay, and the NAACP had to pass in order to find out who, because when he passed in white, he can't say he black, part black. He went on Rachel Roselle. He had to find out. That's why I say I don't get mad when I'm someone like Paris Jackson, like Michael Jackson's daughter, because we do need them. Because I'm sorry. Yes, I choose one of my cousins, splitting one of my cousins who got one drop of black blood on this cousin who look like a white person. You better tell me everything what these folks saying behind my back. I don't have to pay you. I pay you. I'll just do it for free. Cause you know what I'm saying? I can't pay it. Okay, I gotta know what's going on. I gotta discriminate. It's an EEOC lawsuit. Okay. So that's what I say. I don't get mad about these folks looking like white folks who got black DNA, because I need to know every damn detail what these folks say behind my back. Okay. So you better count your blessings, okay, y'all? Stop trying to talk about some folks who look like white folks ain't part black. If they got their DNA, they part. They ain't pure, but they part. So anyway, I'm telling you, when the racial issues come up here in Houston, and Facebook, and like my friend who's Chicano, who's in El Paso, said, I don't know how the hell these Latinos voted for Trump, and I told him, I said, dude, in Houston it's totally different than El Paso. I'm beefing with these portals on Facebook, okay? And I'm letting you know, when George Lopez said that, it was like, well, it's the Mojarra Raza, because let me get back to that. Mojarra Raza means to better the race. That means marrying someone lighter than you or a white person to whiten up your next generation. So that's exactly what they're talking about. So when they say don't bring the negrito home, they're afraid, which can happen. I mean, Stacey Dash is my complexion, okay? Shaw Jackson is definitely dark chocolate. She's part black and Puerto Rican Mexican on her dad's side, okay? And her mother mixed with Native American black, okay? So, Miguel's a darker, not dark skinned, of course, not on the West Night, but he's caramel. He's not no fair skinned or a real olive skinned person like Sheila E. and her brother, who's Peter Michael Escovedo, which is Nicole Richie's dad, okay? Their mother's Creole, black French Creole, and the dad is Mexican, okay? Deadly, Deadly, the gay rapper, Jose Lamar, excuse me, because, his husband is Martinez, a Salvadorian, okay? He's Lee, and Lee is his name. That's his dad, Lee. Dude like white, like all bad for Mexican too. He light skinned brother, okay? That's his dad. His mother's Mexican. He not even finished. Me and him debated on Facebook about this. You know what I'm saying, Joe? For real. The Cholo gay rap, he very thuggy. He don't act like no stereotypical gay person. Me and him cool. We not beefing, but we debating about this. I'm like, dude, you BlaXICAN, man. Come on, man. And so, go back to Lexi. I don't see how you can be offended, because people have suffered with black descendant families, American families, and Mexican families beefing. You know what I'm saying? About, we will reject you if you marry this person, or if you have a baby by this person. You have folks that got abort their babies over this issue. That's why people take serious of this. And like I said, I have friends who, even the BlaXICAN chick in El Paso, who like Ugly Betty, both of her grandmothers rejected her. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not agreeing with that, but her nasty old ugly attitude, I reject her not because of what she is, because she has an ugly ass attitude. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. Well, let me get back.